Have you ever wondered about the life of the man who changed the course of Roman history, Julius Caesar? Born in the year 100 BC into the prestigious Julian clan, young Julius was no ordinary Roman. He was a patrician by birth, a member of Rome's aristocracy. But his family was far from influential or wealthy. Despite this, Caesar's early life was marked by a burning ambition and a knack for navigating the treacherous waters of Roman politics. As a young man, Caesar quickly made a name for himself in the Roman political arena. He was ambitious and cunning, with a silver tongue that could sway the masses and manipulate the powerful. His reputation as an eloquent orator and a savvy politician grew, and he climbed the ranks of Roman society at a breakneck pace. But it wasn't just his political acumen that set him apart. Caesar also had a keen military mind and a fearless heart, characteristics that would serve him well in the years to come. Even in his early career, Caesar was not afraid to make bold moves. He allied himself with the powerful general Pompey and the wealthy Crassus, forming the first triumvirate, a political alliance that catapulted him to the position of consul, the highest political office in the Roman Republic. But Caesar was not satisfied with just being a consul. He wanted more, he wanted power. And so he set his sights on Gaul, a region that would offer him the military glory and wealth he craved. Julius Caesar's early life and career were marked by ambition, political savvy, and a hunger for power. His actions not only shaped his own destiny, but also the future of the Roman Empire. As Caesar's power grew, so did his ambition, setting the stage for one of the most famous battles in history. What lengths would you go to achieve victory? For Julius Caesar, it was the brutal Battle of Alesia that showcased his military genius. In the autumn of 52 BC, the rolling hills of Gaul witnessed an epic confrontation. The Battle of Alesia was a defining moment in Caesar's career, a testament to his strategic brilliance and unyielding determination. Caesar, with around 60,000 Roman soldiers, faced an estimated 250,000 Gauls led by the charismatic chieftain Vercingetorix. The odds, it seemed, were heavily stacked against Rome. But Caesar was not a man to be deterred. Instead of a traditional frontal attack, Caesar opted for an audacious strategy of encirclement. His men constructed a series of fortifications, a double ring of walls and trenches stretching over 10 miles, designed to trap Vercingetorix and his men within Alesia and to keep the Gallic reinforcements out. It was a masterstroke of military engineering, a testament to Roman discipline and ingenuity. In this fortress of Roman making, the Gauls were effectively imprisoned. Food and water supplies dwindled, morale plummeted. Despite desperate attempts to break free, the Gauls found themselves outmatched by the formidable Roman defences. Then, when the Gallic reinforcements finally arrived, they found themselves up against the outer wall of Caesar's fortifications. A grueling battle ensued, the Gauls attacking with relentless fury, the Romans defending with stoic resolve. Yet, in the end, it was Caesar's strategy that prevailed. The Gauls were crushed and Vercingetorix surrendered, marking a decisive Roman victory. The Battle of Alesia was a triumph that echoed through the streets of Rome. It solidified Caesar's power and made him a hero among the common people. He was hailed as the conqueror of Gaul, a military genius who had expanded the boundaries of Rome and brought in enormous wealth. Yet the victory was more than just a military success. It was a political triumph, a demonstration of Caesar's ability to lead, to inspire, to overcome the odds. However, with great power comes great responsibility and also great danger. Caesar's victory made him immensely popular among the people, but it also made him a target of envy and resentment among the elite. His growing power threatened the traditional balance of power in Rome, and many feared that he was becoming a tyrant. Indeed, the Battle of Alesia was a turning point in Caesar's life. It marked the height of his military career, but it also sowed the seeds of his eventual downfall. It was a victory that brought him to the pinnacle of power, but it also set him on a collision course with fate. While the Battle of Alesia marked a high point in Caesar's career, it also marked the beginning of the end. How does a man who held so much power meet such a tragic end? The year was 44 BC, and Julius Caesar, despite his military triumphs and growing popularity among Rome's lower classes, was not without enemies. His ascent to power had unsettled many in the Senate, and discontent was brewing. The concern was not just about his military might or his growing influence, but his perceived ambition to become a monarch, a concept that was antithetical to Roman ideals of republicanism. This discontent eventually culminated in a conspiracy among 60 or more senators who called themselves the Liberators. Their objective was clear: to eliminate Caesar and restore the Roman Republic. The plot was led by Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, the latter of whom was a close friend and protege of Caesar's, adding a layer of betrayal to the tale. The conspirators chose the 15th of March, a date known as the Ides of March, to carry out their plot. They decided to strike in the Senate, where they knew Caesar would be unarmed. Despite several omens and warnings, including a soothsayer famously advising him to beware the Ides of March, Caesar ignored them all and proceeded to the Senate. The attack was swift and brutal. One by one, the senators approached Caesar under the guise of a petition and stabbed him. He was struck 23 times, but it was not until he saw Brutus among his attackers that he resigned himself to his fate. His last words, as immortalized by Shakespeare, were "Et tu, Brute?" "And you, Brutus?" The sense of betrayal he must have felt in that moment is difficult to fathom. In the aftermath, the conspirators did not find the public support they had anticipated. Instead, there was chaos. The people were shocked, and the power vacuum created by Caesar's death led to a series of civil wars, ultimately resulting in the end of the Roman Republic the conspirators had hoped to save. Julius Caesar, a man of ambition and power, was brought down not in battle, but by the treachery of those he trusted. His death is a stark reminder of the precariousness of power. No matter how high one rises, the fall can be swift and unexpected. It's an intriguing paradox that in their attempt to protect the Republic, the senators set in motion the very events that led to its demise. Would things have been different if Caesar had lived? We can only speculate, but his death marked the end of an era in Rome and set the stage for the rise of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar's life was a testament to ambition, power, and the fleeting nature of both. What happens when a titan falls? The death of Julius Caesar sent shockwaves throughout Rome and beyond. In the wake of Caesar's demise, Rome was left leaderless, a city teetering on the edge of chaos. Power, like nature, abhors a vacuum, and so began a tumultuous period of civil wars as various factions vied for control. The republic that Caesar had once so masterfully navigated was no more. In its place, a new form of governance was emerging. Out of the ashes rose the Roman Empire, ushered in by Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus. It was a time of unprecedented growth and expansion, but also of tyranny and oppression. The Roman Empire stood for centuries, a testament to Caesar's ambition and the indomitable will of the Roman people. But the legacy of Caesar extends beyond the borders of the empire he helped shape. His life and death have been immortalized in the annals of history, in the pages of literature, and in the realm of popular culture. Shakespeare's Julius Caesar immortalized the dictator's last moments, his infamous assassination, and the political turmoil that ensued. Et tu, Brute? These words, though historically inaccurate, have become synonymous with betrayal, echoing through the corridors of time. Caesar's story has been told and retold, adapted and reimagined in countless books, films and television series. His name has become a byword for power, ambition and the dangers of political corruption. His life serves as a stark reminder of the fleeting nature of power and the destructive potential of unchecked ambition. As we move forward in time, the figure of Caesar continues to captivate and intrigue us. His decisions, his victories, his failures all serve as lessons for leaders today. His legacy is etched not only in stone and parchment, but in the collective memory of humanity. Julius Caesar, a name that echoes through history, a life that forever changed the course of an empire.